You are from Bihar, Darbhanga.
Yes, sir.
Darbhanga University, very famous.
Yes, sir.
कब बनी थी?
Mithila University. Mithila University, sir.
हाँ, कब बनी थी? When it was founded?
So it was after independence, but I do not remember the
Year
exact
नहीं पता. कोई famous वहाँ के alumnus नाम याद हो?
Sir, actually, I do not remember any such name, but my father and my uncle are graduates from there.
कोविंद साहब तो बन गए प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, जो बिहार में थे गवर्नर. उनकी जगह अभी कौन गवर्नर हुए? योर मीडियम इन इंग्लिश?
Yeah, yeah. I can speak.
So who is the present governor in Bihar right now?
Sir, Satyapal Malik.
Satyapal Malik is the governor.
Governor of
When
Bihar.
he joined?
He joined after Ramnath Kovind became president last year. I think in the month of September.
His proper title is Honorable Ramnath Kovind. He is the president.
Yes, sir.
Don't say as if he is your friend. So that place they take it very seriously. If you don't have then proper discipline, so please be careful. What are the duties of governor in the state?
So governor, the foremost duty of governor is the head of the state executive. Actually, all the executive duties are executed in his name or under the hands and feet of this governor. Secondly, he is the agent. He is called the agent of center because he is appointed by center. So he is actually acting as a representative of center in the state, so as to keep the federal principle alive. And it is the duty of chief minister to convey all the activities of state, that is either legislative or executive.
What are the qualifications to become governor?
He should be a citizen of India, and he should be around. He should be like 35 years of age, 30 years of age. I don't remember the exact. And apart from that, no other.
What is the upper age limit?
He should be an eminent person.
Upper age limit? Qualification?
There is no upper age limit, no qualification.
No qualification.
He should be an eminent person. That is all.
You have done BTech?
Yes, sir.
From Aligarh Muslim University?
Yes, from the university.
So who founded AMU? Very famous.
Sir Syed Ahmad Khan.
Sir?
Sir Syed Ahmad Khan.
Syed Ahmad Khan. He
Yes,
founded
sir. In 1869 as Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College. And later on it became Aligarh Muslim University in the year 1920 by an act of parliament in the British time.
So if you are asked to differentiate between electrical items and electronic items, what major differences you will suggest?
So it is mainly the magnitude of current and voltage that determines. Actually, earlier electronic was not the term coined. Actually, it was low electric current, and electrical was called high electric current. Later on, gradually it transformed into electronic. So electrical and electronic, the basic difference is the magnitude of current and voltage. In electronic, we have at most 1 to 2 volt. That is all those transistors that are working. In electrical engineering, actually you have wires as much as 11 kV volt or even 132 kV kilovolt. So the magnitude of voltage is much higher in electrical engineering as we deal in electronics.
But you have appeared in civil services, CAPF many times.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have been looking for an opportunity to serve this country. I feel indebted to this.
So how many times you have gone up to the interview level?
So no, sir. It's my first interview actually.
First?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but after that you will not have chance to prepare for civil services, or you will prepare after this?
Yes, I will be appearing in civil services exams, but I'm not sure.
No, if you get selected.
Yes,
Your life is very tough.
Yes, sir. I will definitely join it. That is why I have been giving this interview.
You will join this.
Yes, sir.
Which discipline you
CISF.
like most?
CISF is my first choice. That is
Why
very important.
CISF is in great demand? Because they have limited number. So everybody is looking for this CISF only. So why it is so popular? Less per?
No, sir, there are many reasons as far as I am concerned. So number one, that CISF has a more civilian dealing. Like BSF and IDBP, they are more concerned with the enemy, and CISF has a more social presence. Number second, CISF protects the vital installations of the country, and that is very important to keep the country in good health, even the economic health. For example, CISF protects BARC also. Then IGI Indira Gandhi International Airport, like Taj Mahal, monuments of national importance, and all important installations that is very, very vital for the country's economy and for otherwise also. So it is protected by CISF. Number third, sir, CISF has a pan-India presence. It is not limited to a region. So when I am aspiring to serve the country, I would look for a force which has its presence all over India, so that I get opportunity and opportunity to interact with the natives of all the states. So number fourth,
How CISF is CRPF is different from CISF?
CRPF is mainly for counter-insurgency operation. It is limited to 3 places.
It is also pan-India force.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is pan-India forces, but the kind of operations that CRPF is very much related to security. That is good, sir. Actually, that is also so. CRPF is actually I have no reservations against any force. I can serve in any of the force. But given that I have been asked the choice, I would have to CISF. And number 4, sir, I have been living in Delhi for last 3 years after I completed my BTech. I have been traveling in Delhi Metro, so I look at them and helping people out and cooperating. Even women passenger feel safe. I also visit sometimes like IGI Indira Gandhi International Airport. So I am convinced that CISF is a very friendly force, and I have to be there. So that is why I opted CISF as first choice.
But CISF force is also in controversy, and always we seen in newspaper that CISF is charged of corruption, especially in the industrial area.
So I have not come across any such report. Actually, sir, CISF
they generally deployed in the industrial area.
So, but that is for the security purpose. They don't have any dealing inside that industrial establishment. They have to protect it from outside, from any sort of untoward incidents.
Okay.
That is
Sir.
all.
Sir.
Recently, in Bihar, we have witnessed certain communal rights there. Taking place after a long time. Now, can you say what are the reasons behind that?
So actually, Bihar has been a place of communal amity for last many years. It is only recently that the character of Bihar has been questioned, and that after these communal incidents in the last month or so. Sir, but the people of Bihar have been living very peacefully. So there are many reasons that such sort of incidents have come
What are
about.
the reasons of this violence, this aspect of violence?
Yes, sir. Pardon, sir.
What are the reasons of this aspect of violence?
Sir, the reasons are mainly political. Actually, since that the political parties do not perform, so that they have to find a sort of instrument so as to garner votes. So they play on the sentiments and emotions of the people and try to garner their sympathies.
Political parties are inciting violence there.
Political parties are actually giving it a fillip for their political advantage. But the reasons are others also, like, sir, for example, every communal right has some economic angle also. Since that the resource is limited, so there has at community level there are like frictions. And number second, sir, like even some minorities or any other weaker sections, they sometimes feel alienated, but the alienation is against the system, sir. It is not against any community. For example,
do you have any solution to Jammu and Kashmir's problem?
sir, Jammu and Kashmir issue, sir, there are actually it has the solution has to become politically. The role of security forces is very limited to ensure peace, so that any untoward incidents do not occur, or much like, sir, not any solution has to come politically. That is a bilateral issue between India and Pakistan, and not any other international institution should indulge into it. So it has to become from the local leaders and keeping into their spirit or their like it has to be some sort of discussion or kind of, sir.
Well, apart from Jammu and Kashmir, there is one another state in India which has created its own flag.
Sir, Jammu and Kashmir has its own flag. Karnataka has been demanding its own flag. And last week, sir, there was some news coming from the framework of agreement with Nagaland. So Nagaland has also been demanding a separate flag. But this is a tricky issue. So at this time, they would want a separate flag. Next time, they would assert their more autonomy and sovereignty. So the issue of separate flag is always a tricky issue. Karnataka has been demanding a separate flag. Nagaland has been demanding a separate flag.
Karnataka is saying that this separate flag is a symbol of our culture. And this will integrate India instead of disintegrating it.
Yes, sir.
Why this argument?
India is a country with unity in diversity. There are various cultures, and the best of India is served when all cultures live in amity or with cooperation. So if aspirations of people are satisfied, that too by giving a symbolic thing, but it should not open a can of worms that
There is an argument
today.
when debate is going on in India that the election in the state should be held simultaneously with the central elections.
Yes, sir. So as an idea, it is a very good idea, but the problem lies in executing it. So for example, the advantages are that it would reduce the cost run in the elections, and also that the government is in the perpetual state of election mode, throwing rhetorics against their political parties, so they do not engage in some sort of long-term vision. So this idea is very good idea, but the problem lies at the execution level. That's, for example,
Don't you think that India is a federal state?
the federalism is very special in case of India.
If
This
India
is
is a federal state,
India is not a
the
completely
government
federal.
of a state,
Is it?
the government of a state or the people of a state has all right to dislodge the government anytime. If the idea of simultaneous election is implemented, what will happen to that right?
Yes, sir. That is why, sir, I said, sir, the problem lies in executing it. For example, when there is instability in one state, what would you do? Are you going to dissolve all the state? Or when there is instability at the central level, are you going to dissolve all the states? The problem has to be actually made more fruitful, and more discussion needs to be carried.
Needed on that. Okay. Sir,
Okay.
One or two questions. Matter of external affairs is related with central government, as you know.
Yes, sir.
Which state in India has started its own Ministry of External Affairs? Do you know?
I don't think, sir, any state has done so. I
Telangana
don't remember.
has.
Telangana.
Telangana. Only for purpose of to union.
For this ease of doing business and
You belong to minority
Yes, sir.
class. What is the definition of minority in our constitution?
so there is no such definition in the constitution.
Okay. By which criteria we define minority?
If it is not a majority, then it is a minority. That is, if it is not more than 50% of the population or anything, it is a minority.
Okay. And what are the main problems of minority in India?
So the problem faced by
In your point of
minorities,
view.
yes, sir. The problem faced by minorities are as per Rajendra Sachar Committee recommendation. It is alienation against the system. It is not friction against any community. It is alienation against the system. For example, so education level of the community has been going, is actually worsening and exacerbating. So it has gone beyond. It has gone to the level of lesser than the level of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. So that has come as a sort of surprise for everyone, that the education level of the minorities has gone down to such an extent. Moreover, the representation in the civil services or even upper subordinate services is not proportionate. That is, for example, when Muslims are for 14%.
Okay. You have done your BTech from AMU.
Yes, sir.
AMU is recently news. Why?
So in which context, sir? Recently, sir, recent times, sir. There is yes, sir,
Recently,
autonomy. The
maybe
last
status
yes,
of
sir, minority
AMU.
status.
Status of AMU.
Yes, yes, sir, minority status of
Oh.
AMU. So last time it was also because of autonomy and that the central government has provided. That is why I.
Is it correct that AMU is a minority institution?
Sir, AMU at present is not a minority institution. The matter is sub judice. But sir, when we analyze in the context of minority institution, that what is a minority institution? Minority
And what's
institution.
about BHU?
BHU is a central university. It is a government institution. It is
And
not.
it's belong to some
Yes,
class
sir,
of-
majority community, sir. But sir, in our constitution, the safeguard that has been provided under Article 29 and 30, that is Cultural Education Act, it is somewhat limited to minorities, sir. So when minorities, people from minority, sorry, sir, leaders from minorities.
Okay, last question. Why do you want to join armed forces?
Sir, when sir, particularly this Central Armed Police Forces, sir, I always think that the problem that we have in our country, like sir, Jammu and Kashmir issue, Naxalite issue, Northeastern issue, the policy of carrot and stick has to be followed. It has to be supplemented with development. And when I see myself, I think, sir, that I can come at a decision which is evaluated, which is not very harsh, which is not very rigid. So flexibility in me makes me think that I'm good for this course, and the flexibility as well as
Flexibility means what?
sir, that you not,
Flexibility in thought, flexibility in your nature, or what?
so flexibility means understanding of the situation, that the use of proportionate force, not disproportionate force, because disproportionate force always produces a kind of alienation against the subject.
So you have flexibility in your nature or your personality. That's why you
So
want to
I'm
join.
not rigid, sir. That is one thing. Number second, sir, that I think, sir, that the development perspective has to be followed, sir. As I said, sir, security situation cannot be.
Development is not your part. Development
Yes, sir.
is part of government.
But the softness that you deal with your subject is a part of the development.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 8 is over. We'll give you feedback.
Yes, sir.